What's up, everybody? My name's Turqey Jurque, and welcome to cigarettes. Now, cigarettes is supposed to be a different kind of game. I'm walking down the road to the 24-hour store. Am I? Okay, there we go. Anyway, before we get started, this game is supposed to be a short walk where this person that we are, is kind of reevaluating his life. So I'm not sure how serious it's going to get or how deep it's going to get, but let's see where this journey leads us. To buy a pack of cigarettes. It's 2 a.m. It's cold outside. But it's fine. I like the cold. I like the cold too. It's been feeling really, really good lately. I'm almost finished. There's this thing I was working on. And it's almost done. I've set myself a deadline. That's why I'm here at 2 a.m. I took this walk as a break because I'm tired already and I'm out of cigarettes. I'm almost finished. Finishing is what matters the most. I've had too many abandoned projects. If I was born rich, I would be asleep right now. Or at the party, I guess. Not that I like parties, though. Just being able to choose whether to work or not. But I'm not rich, so parties won't bother me right now. I'm walking down this crappy street to the 24-hour store at 2 a.m. to grab a pack of cigarettes so I can finish this project and then go to sleep, wake up, and go to work. Dang, it doesn't sound like he's in the best of mind. But my project is a joke. There's so many better games out there. Who would waste their time on mine? Wait a second. They always start the same. You have this idea, and it's all good. You feel uplifted, inspired, contemplating how well you're going to do, planning ahead, taking notes, maybe even starting to make a prototype or something. But then, things grow stale. This idea it doesn't seem as good anymore. But you stick with it. And nothing happens. There's no time. Or you're just tired. For a plethora of reasons, you do, well, nothing. It's sad, but it's true. But then fear sinks in. Now it's not just tiresome, it's painful to do your work. It's painful to do what you've told yourself you like to do. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is another year passed by. And you haven't made a single step. Wow. Maybe not. I've learned some new things. Overall, I'm a better developer than I used to be. But does it matter? Most of the things I've learned, I've learned the hard way. It's not like I was having fun at all. Most of the time I was either frustrated or scared. Is this the way to do it? Is life supposed to consist of fear and frustration? I'm either scared that my work won't match my expectations, or frustrated because my work fails to match my expectations. But you have to put in work. There's no way around it. It's supposed to be hard at the beginning. But I don't get better at handling it. If you think about it, I was better off when I was just starting out. Now, I don't even think about the actual work that is being done. Most of the time I'm worried about my expectations of it. Dang, it's hard to admit that. Judging from the outside, it looks pretty much the same. But it's different. No wonder I picked up smoking. It makes things much smoother for me. When there's so much to endure. Oh wow. It always seems like the end is in reach. You just have to wait a little. Put in a little work. A little patience. Maybe learn this or that. Okay, so I guess I can't go around it. I'm waiting on it. Maybe when I have this, maybe when I have that. Sometimes it feels like I'm getting nowhere. Sometimes it feels like I'm getting somewhere. That's good. Those are the good days. It is. But then I realized it was not the case. It was just me being stupid. No. You can't. Don't let yourself think like that. I literally want everything for nothing. I want to be rich, but I don't want to do the work required or responsibility. I want to be a game designer, but I don't want to do a lot of bad games. I want people to hold a good opinion about me, but I don't want them to hold a bad one. I want to be a writer, but I don't want my writing to be judged or learn proper grammar. I want to live and don't want to die. Is it just for me to live forever? From my perspective, yes. But from the outside, how about everyone else? What if we just stopped dying out of old age? At this time, it would probably be fine. But do I consider the past? How about that happening 1,000 years before? My wishes are ever changing. Yesterday, I want to be poor, to scorn riches and fate and just be happy as myself. Today, I'm sick of it. I want to be rich by any means necessary. Tomorrow, who knows what I'll come up with. And how can there be any progress when there is no destination? But how can there be any true destination? This has gotten deep. I should probably quit smoking. Probably so. I've tried before. It never worked. I was able to hold for weeks, months, but it's just a matter of time before I let my guard down. Was I quitting at all? It looks more like postponing next cigarette into infinite future. I was getting better at postponing smoking, but was never actually quitting smoking. Is it about trying to stop putting cigarettes inside my mouth, or is it about trying to stop relying on cigarettes? Is it about trying to stop looking for external affirmation, or is it about trying to stop relying on external affirmation? Wow. Is it about trying to stop finding faults in others? Or is it about trying to stop relying on others so much? Is that the shop up there? Am I actually getting closer? Is it about trying to stop feeding my ambition? Or is it about trying to stop relying on its source as a measure of my worth? I need to think. Maybe I can change after all. So close. Dear player, thank you for finishing my game. I hope you take this with a grain of salt. There's no way to learn this in 10 minutes, and there is no way I'm there myself. My only hope is that I can point someone who is struggling in what I believe is a right direction. But I can hear you cry out already. This destination is right only to you. I'm different. It is common to think that truth is relative, but it doesn't seem so to me. How can 2 plus 2 be relative? What is relative? What is relative is our judgment of things, and our judgment of things is not the truth. That's a good point. And here we part. I wish you no luck on your journey. I wish that you won't need any luck. Farewell. P.S. If you like the game, please take a second to rate it. You know the deal. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about this for just a moment. It did get deep, that's for sure. And I think the game makes a lot of good points about everything that it's trying to say. I'm guessing that the story probably came from the developer's own mind and his own point of view from a creative standpoint. All of the demons that he faced, all of the struggles that he went through from start to finish. And maybe he was talking about this particular game. Maybe he was talking about something else entirely. I don't know. But I think he has a good point. I think that there are a lot of people that deal with these thoughts. And I think a lot of times we like to think we're the only ones that think them, that we're alone in this world that's dealing with all of these problems and all of these issues, but we're not. There's a lot of other people going through these same things, and we should all be there for each other. And we all face the times, we all want to prosper in life, to succeed, to meet our goals, to exceed our expectations. And it is possible. I mean, we can accomplish the things that we set our minds to do, but we have to be willing to put in the work. that's what he was talking about. Some days it is easy to say that I don't want these things. I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't want to be successful. I just want to live a small, happy life. And if that's what you want in life, then that's what you need to do. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't live that life and or be okay with that life, but then regret later on down the road or resent yourself for not doing something else. You need to really take a look inside and determine what's best for you. At the same time, if working for your goals is going to stress you out your entire life to the point where you're not actually going to enjoy your life, you really need to think about, is it worth it? I know personally myself, with starting this channel, with other goals, other dreams that I have that I've pursued and am pursuing right now at the moment, other than this, I hit these plateaus all the time, and it's hard. Sometimes it's easier just to come home from work and just go to sleep, take a nap, sit down, watch TV, because it's hard to motivate yourself to get off of a full-time job and come home and continue to basically work, to go to a second job, even if it's something that you love to do and would love to spend your life doing it. No matter what it is, it still is difficult to get yourself to do it after working all day long. And if you're like that, you're not alone. It's just, to me, the people that do succeed in these things are the ones that come home and push through it, even if they don't want to. Even if all they want to do is come home and sit down and just cry about it, which sometimes you need to do and let it out. But I think it's important to find sources of motivation, to reach out to other people, to always keep your dream and your goal in mind at the very forefront, because that's the only way that you're going to achieve it, is if you want that more than anything. And it doesn't have to be something that you devote all of your life, every single day, 24/7 to. It can just be something you work on a little bit along the way. And as long as you strive towards it, you will reach it eventually. I firmly believe that. As long as you are putting in the time and the effort and the work, and like it said, if you have the patience, you can work towards it and you can reach it. But also, like it said, you just can't be too hard on yourself. I think anybody that's creative is their own harshest critic. I know that I am. And sometimes I don't think that my stuff is good enough. I don't feel like I'm good enough sometimes. But sometimes you just have to put it out there for other people anyway. Whether it's a video, whether it's a book, whether it's a song, anything. Most times I've found other people will tell you that it's good. Even if you don't think it's the best thing in the world, you probably will never fully be able to meet your own expectations, but it doesn't mean that it's not worth putting out there and sharing with the world. It doesn't mean that it's not good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. I could probably talk on this subject for a long time, but I am out of time. If this is something that you would like more commentary on in the future, if you need someone to reach out to or to talk about things to, please send me a message or an email. Another thing I've found, if you are like this guy, if you have these thoughts or so much on your mind a lot, I've found that sometimes just getting out a WordPad or a notebook and jotting everything down, writing everything out that's in your mind to where it's completely empty, sometimes that helps me get my thoughts straight. So if you need something to try that. Hopefully it'll work for you. This was cigarettes. It made me think. I'm sure it made you think. But I hope and I pray that anybody out there watching this presses forward with their dreams and their goals, and they continue to go for it, because you shouldn't let anything or anyone stop you. But thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. This did get serious, but I enjoyed it. I hope to do more serious things like this in the future. But I will post the link to this game or this story in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. It is free to play on GameJolt, and click the links and annotations to the side if you want to check out some other less serious and more funny things that I have played. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Thank you. Bye.